John O'Donohue wrote that we manage our lives so fully so as to miss out on this great mystery we're involved with. Trying to block out the reality of impermanence, we actually miss out. We're in a trance, we're kind of sleepwalking through our lives. It's only when we truly face reality that these lives are temporary, that we really face that we awaken and live from our heart. And so this is the actually the crux of the story of the Buddha's kind of emergence into spiritual life. The seminal experience that led to his spiritual practice and awakening. He was a young man, Siddhartha, living this really protected life with every conceivable pleasure in these what are called pleasure palaces in his father's kingdom. But something in him motivated him to go beyond the palace gates and see what life was really like. In other words, he was motivated to come closer into reality. And what happened when he left the palace gates was he encountered a sick person, then an old person, and then a corpse. And when he asked, "Well, this happened to me too," he was told, "Yeah, this is all of us." And then he saw a wandering monk walking very serenely through the streets, and the inquiry that shaped his life became, how in the face of impermanence do we find peace, happiness, and freedom? That's the inquiry. And his story is all of our stories. I mean, every one of you in some way has stepped beyond the palace gates. Either you were forced to or you chose to, but you did, and are facing the realness of aging and loss. And what happens to most of us when it's very close in and personal in our lives, when we lose somebody or when we get a diagnosis that lets us know that we're not here forever, there's a waking up, there's a deepening of presence. Many people talk about how much they value what's going on, but we also have the habit of trying to get more comfortable, and we go back into our trance some. We numb or ignore or get back into controlling behaviors. So we swing some. But awareness doesn't fully go back to sleep. There's a place in you that knows that these bodies and minds are of the nature to come and go. And a part of you that knows that you need a way of relating to this that will give you inner freedom. That we all have to find a way to work with fear and loss. So as I say this to you, I want to share one of my favorite stories. It was about a Tibetan woodcutter. And he was a very humble and wise man, and many people would come to seek his wisdom. And in the early decades of his teachings, he taught these very deeply empowering practices with intricate visualizations and mantras and Tibetan yogas. But as he got older, his teaching got increasingly simple. And his final years, people would come, just as many people, but he'd tell them, I can't remember all those words, postures, all the images. Um, but his teaching was just rest in reality. Just know that all is well. Rest in reality. Know that all is well. There's something very, very simple. Just come here and feel and be with what's right here. That we can remember. Resting in reality. Discovering that all is well. here, now, always, a condition of complete simplicity, costing not less than everything, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well.